Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another Explorer and Pioneer video. So normal service has been resumed and hopefully you can hear me this time. So today we are running some Rakdos Demons. So given the kind of lack of impact, I think it's fair to say that Aetherdrift has had on the format so far, this remains the most powerful deck in the format, the most played deck in the format, but we are trying it out with a new card which kind of fits the synergy of the deck, and that is the Speed Demon, which is a 5/5 for 5 legendary demon with flying and trample. It has start your engines. At the beginning of your end step, you draw X cards and lose X life, where X is your speed. So, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you have a speed of 1, then you draw a card and lose a life, all the way up to 4 potentially. And then that is kind of usually enough. After if you're drawing a couple of cards each turn, that's usually enough. Perhaps combined with an Unholy Annex to gain you back some of the life and draw another card, then you will very quickly kind of overwhelm the opponent in value. So it is legendary, so we are only running the 2 copies of it, and you do have to be a little careful with it. Potentially sort of drawing 4 and losing 4 would very quickly kind of drain you out of the game if you don't have a way to win. Generally that's not a problem with this deck, but something to bear in mind. So yeah, that's our new card with the Speed Demon. And then, yeah, you'll recognise a lot of the rest of the deck. So it's built around Unholy Annex and Ritual Chamber. Unholy Annex is a source of card advantage. That costs you 2 life at the end of every turn, unless you have a demon, in which case it drains your opponent for 2 life instead. Obviously, that synergises very nicely with the Speed Demon. This deck has kind of moved away from playing that many demons. Annex doesn't really need them to be good, but that is we have added a couple to the deck here, as well as Blade of the Oni, which is a demon in itself, and the demon, obviously, that this Ritual Chamber creates when you unlock it. So looking at the rest of the deck, so we've got a decent amount of hand disruption, so 4 Thoughtseizers and 2 Duresses for the early game, 4 Fatal Push and 2 Torch to the Tower. So our 1-drops are really just very, very powerful interaction, some of the best interaction there is in the format. Then we've got some good creatures at 2-drop with 4 copies of Fear of Missing Out. So this, when this enters, you discard a card, then draw a card. And it also has Delirium, so if we have 4 or more card types in our graveyard, then we can untap a creature when we attack and have an additional combat phase. Blood Tithe Harvester, 3/2 for 2. I've seen this many, many times. Just a very, very powerful 2-drop. Potentially a source of card selection, removal. It kind of does everything. As I say, Blade of the Oni, most often we'll be casting this as a 2-drop. Occasionally you might reconfigure it in a game that's kind of going long. Go for the throat, some additional interaction. Fable of the Mirror Breaker, obviously our 3-drop. We've seen this many times. Very powerful 3-drop. Won't need to go over how that works again. And then 1 copy of Sheoldred the Apocalypse, which synergizes very nicely with Annex, gains us life whenever we draw a card. So, the dream of sort of 4 on 4 play Sheoldred, on 5 play the Speed Demon, and then just kind of go off with gaining life and drawing cards is the dream. We'll see if we can make that happen. Then in terms of the mana base, we have many dual lands, as you'd expect, in black-red. 4 copies of Mutavault. That's another good way of kind of getting the demon clause on Unholy Annex to kind of come into effect, because this is the creature this turns into is all creature types, so it's also a demon. We're running 1 copy of Urborg, which is the legendary land which turns all other lands into swamps as well as their other types. Just helps us get some consistency, make sure our Mutavaults add black mana as well. Soken-Zan, just a good token generating creature, and then some swamps for basic lands as well. In the sideboard, we have a Duress, so 1 more hand disruption card for control matchups and the like. Some more interaction with another Torch to the Tower. To Anoint with Afflictions, which is good exile-based removal for cheap creatures. 1 copy of Croxer, which can kind of present a repeatable threat, as well as some discard potential. Reckoner Bankbuster, Unlicensed Hearse, so we've got a couple of vehicles. 1 which is card advantage, another which is graveyard hate. Hidetsugu Consumes All, good at getting rid of non-land permanents with mana value 1 or less, which we don't have that many of ourselves. Also Graveyard Hate, and then Wrestle of the All-Consuming. Often isn't hugely impactful on the game, but if it sticks around, then it can very quickly just finish the game off, and then some mass removal with the Extinction event. Almost all of our creatures, with the exception of the Speed Demon, are even mana cost, and technically the Reflection of Kiki-Jiki, actually. So Extinction event hitting odd can often be a pretty one-sided board wipe. And Invoke Despair, good 5 mana sorcery, making the opponent sacrifice things. It's a good answer for cards like Fable. It's a good answer to Overlord's decks, lots of different things. So Invoke Despair, a good 5-drop, but relies on a lot of black mana. It's our kind of heavy reliance on black producing lands. So yeah, that is the deck. As I say, Rakdos Demons. You will have definitely seen it before if you haven't played it yourself, but we are running a new card, an exciting mythic rare. We'll see if it can actually do some work with the Speed Demon. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. As ever, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's go on to the ladder. Yes, this will do. So we'll open with a Thoughtseize, unsurprisingly. Okay, so we're playing the mirror match. So they're a bit heavier on removal than I am. I think I'll take their Harvester. Let's present them one of our Blade of the Onis for a Fatal Push or a Torch the Tower. Yep. Game's being a little laggy at the moment. That's unusual. Hopefully it'll sort itself out. Interesting. Do I want Annex out now? I don't think I can really use that many more cards at the moment, so let's get Fable down instead. Kind of need some of my own interaction here. Okay, let's ditch one Oni and a Speed Demon. Ugh. Get our own fear of missing out. Okay, Fatal Push. It's a good draw. So let's clear their FOMO out of the way. Send in our... Yep, happy to make that trade. I get a treasure off my token and they don't. They have an Annex. Okay, Thoughtseize is good, so let's force the issue. Yep. Play an Annex of our own. So they have a demon, I currently do not. Harvester, Harvester, Harvester. So I could just generate my own demon. I think that's fine. Let's just stare down the opponent a little bit here. I'll take 6. Still okay, right. So, Harvester, copy Harvester, play Harvester again. Now, I could just kill their demon here. That's pretty tempting. So let's do that. Do I make an attack? Yeah, I think that's fine. I draw and go to 6. Yep, there goes Fable. It's not terrible. I mean, it wasn't going to do a huge amount. This game will be over in a couple of turns either way. It's fine. That was a pretty reasonable turn for us. Right, what's next? Think copy Harvester. Take down their Reflection. That doesn't work the way you think it does. Or does it? Yeah, maybe it does. That's fun. So they've got 2 blockers, potentially. I think I'm alright to just send in the 6/6. Play another Mutavault, pass the turn. Oh, that goes away. I draw a card, 6 life each. So it's definitely advantage me here, but they're not out of it. Another fear of missing out. That alone is not going to be enough. So if they go to 8 at end of turn, we're still presenting lethal. Okay, they can draw. I'll discard my Blightstep pathway. Cool. Okay, bit of a back and forth there. So, what's good against in the mirror match? I think how's Anoint with Affliction? Gets rid of their demons, I suppose, and most of their creatures. Torch the Tower is just okay. I want all of my hand disruption, particularly when we're on the draw. Croxer, no. Unlicensed Hearse, no. Extinction Event, no. Our decks are too similar for that to really work. Yeah, we'll put in an Anoint with Affliction. Take out... Although, is Go for the Throat just better? Maybe we want them all. Yeah, I'll take out a couple of FOMOs. Yep, this is a reasonable opening hand. So let's start with Thoughtseize. Okay, well, just so we didn't duress there. Well, Sheoldred can go. There's nothing else there I'm hugely concerned about. Okay, we have Harvester of our own. Urborg's quite useful here, turns our Mutavault into a swamp. Yeah, let's just have another Harvester of our own. We'll keep hold of Duress for now. I don't think it's going to come in very handy this game. Yeah, I mean, they've got all the cheap removal and I don't really have it, so it's not a surprise that this is happening to me. Should have duressed. Alright, well, we'll discard it now. Okay, Blade of the Oni. Pass the turn. There's a lot of sitting and thinking, ugh. That's pretty rough and will probably end up costing us the game. Yep, they just had all the interaction in the world there. We did not, unfortunately. Ours was just too expensive. I've soured on Anoint with Affliction. That can go. Duress can go on the play. Pop in a couple of Invoke Despairs. And the other Torch the tower. Maybe one Anoint is fine. Actually, no, let's just have back one Fear of Missing Out. But so far, whoever's been on the play has just won. Yeah, this sounds a little expensive, but we kind of, if we hit the land, then we're doing okay. So there's no 1-drops that they can play, which will necessitate a fatal push, because the deck doesn't run any 1-drops. Okay. Gonna need that third land. Land. Okay, that's not a land, but at least Fear of Missing Out gives us a chance of redrawing one. Okay. So we've essentially just traded play draw here. Right, there's a land. So how do I want to do this? I could push the token, or just play my own Fable. I think that's fine. No, actually, let's push the token. I don't want to get any additional mana. I've got the more powerful late game here. I just need to get to it. Interesting. Well, Fable of the Mirror Breaker can come down here. Okay, that makes sense. Desperately need the land to turn these Invoke Despairs online. That won't do it. So let's just fire off an Annex instead. That's not a land. I've gone deep into my library without drawing any land here. We've been very unlucky. Still nothing. Oh, this is ridiculous. Discard straight away, see if we can hit a land. Oh, come on. Oh, now you're just being silly. I mean, what's that, 17 cards? Well, I'll take the block. We go to 10, which is not the worst life total. Sheoldred is going to cause us a problem if we don't have an answer. Okay, we're going to have to go for the throw that. But I'm just dead here. Yep. Well... I mean, there's not much you can say about that, is there? Yeah, this is a pretty reasonable opening hand. The opponent's on Yorion, which could be a number of things these days. Yep, so pretty traditional blue-black bounce slash blink. I think we'll take their Omen of the Sea here. I don't mind too much losing a single card. I presume they have Storm Chaser talent and the like. Start playing Fables. That is a-okay with me. I'll discard Blade of the Oni, I think, here. Let's play another Fable. So it'll be another turn before they can play Yorion. Fatal Push can go, just in case we draw the Speed Demon. Fooled! I'm a cunning villain. Crypt. FOMO's a pretty good draw. Get a free draw out of it. Should be enough to win from here. Cycling rather than playing Yorion. Feels bad. Okay, that was pretty clear. So Hidetsugu consumes all is pretty good. I like Duress, particularly on the draw. Less fussed about Torch the Tower and ditch a couple of Fatal Pushes as well. I think that's a pretty reasonable version of this deck for what we're playing against. Yes. Pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Well, let's take their Thoughtseize. I don't want them messing with my hand. Fun that they have now no 1-drops. Do I want to Duress? I think I probably should. Yeah. Let's get rid of this town, ain't big enough before they start getting too much value off it. Right, Harvester can run itself into a Fatal Push here, because I kind of just want the blood token. Oh no, my Harvester. How could you? Storm Chaser's talent. Okay. So now I think it's a pretty reasonable time to fire off Hidetsugu. Want to get too much value off. Okay, down comes Yorion. This will get them quite a lot of cards. Let's see what they get. Okay, well, Fatal Push makes me feel better about just popping down a demon. Let's do that. It's a good blocker. Yikes. Well, that's sad. Sadness personified. Right, okay, well, let's have Harvester. And FOMO. Another Hidetsugu. Okay, well, we'll fire up our own Mutavault. Yeah, I was to say, that's not a demon, is it? Oh no, I haven't unlocked the Annex yet. Bleh. Just used to casting it on its other side. Oh well, what a pointless but ultimately inconsequential waste of 1 mana. So I go to 6, which I don't like. They go to speed 3, which doesn't make a huge amount of difference in what they're doing. The Meat Hook Massacre. Yep. Storm Chaser's talent. Okay, so let's fire off another Hidetsugu. Blow up Yorion while they're tapped out. Now we're a little more even. They've got nothing much going on now. I've got stuff to do. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, the Speed Demon's not a bad draw. Does involve me being a little fast and loose with my life total, but you know, you only gotta try these things, haven't you? And so we'll go to 2 here, but as long as we don't die, which is, you know, quite a big ask. Okay, they're digging hard. I mean, if I draw something like if I draw some kind of, like, interaction, that would be good, wouldn't it? That's not interaction. You swine. So I'll pop Fatal Push back in on the draw. trim a couple of duresses, run it back. Yeah, right. I think Narset's the most annoying thing here. I don't really like just doing this for black mana, but I kind of want to do both, so we shall. Then any third land potentially lets me access the Unholy Annex. Yep. So we can turn that on. Got rid of their negate. Another black land. Well, it's not hurting us at the moment, but... So I can't turn on the Mutavault, unfortunately. Okay, there's some red land, at least. They're at least not really threatening my life total here. I'm kind of just doing it myself. Which is very obliging of me. What are they doing? That's fine. Ooh, the speed demon, eh? Well, gonna have to turn that on eventually. I think. I might just play it now. Yeah, because this way I get immediate value off it. I can just chill on my Hidetsugu. Yeah, that's fine. I got a card off it. Oh, I think we can just play both of these now. That gets rid of that before they can blink it. We'll play Fable even though they have nowhere to run. Draw another card. Just discard Blood Crypt. Seems fine. Ditch Fatal Push. Go for the Throat Yorion while they're tapped out. Unlock the the Ritual Chamber. Go up to speed 3. that's going to have to go away, isn't it? Oh no! That's pretty cheeky. So, I don't think I can kill Narset straight away, but I think it is worth hitting it so they can't use its -2 again. I could have used Soken Zan, actually. That's okay. Let's just get another demon down. Because this way I'm still getting the life swing, I think. Does that still work, even if I don't draw the card? Maybe it doesn't. Yes, it does. Ooh, this is very back and forth, isn't it? Oof, how exciting. Yeah, don't really care if they take either of these. Okay, okay. Well, I want Narsec gone. So I'll send both of these at her. I'll unlock the other Unholy Annex. Say go. Get 2 cards and a 4 life drain out of this, which is a pretty reasonable exchange, I think. Copy our demon friend here. I mean, my life total is not under a huge amount of pressure. I am on 19. Interesting. They're still dead, according to my calculations. Yep. Yes, there's a problem with this hand. I shall leave you to work out. Ooh, goody, goody, goody. So this could be the Selesnya company deck that's quite popular, with Enduring Innocence and the like. Could be the one that runs Bright Glass Gearhulk, like I was playing the other day. Let's get Blade of the Oni down. I'm going to need something more than just land, though. Hopefully the Unholy Annex can provide. That's kind of fine. Ah, shoot! I always forget it does that. Oh well, we'll just duress them instead and take their collected company. Yeah, that sneaky second clause on Archon is worth paying attention to. It's a cheeky card. So we'll get Unholy Annex down. Yeah, okay. No, that's fine. Worse things have happened. Oh, not again. Okay. I mean, the good thing about this is at least that I can play the Ritual Chamber for 2. Which does just give me a 6/6. Oh yes, they can. Oh yeah, this has a mana cost of 8. I don't know what you think you're doing. I definitely remembered that. Let's unlock. Play another land. Now, am I attacking is the question. I don't think I need to at this point. Let's just chill, draw some cards, get a little bit of card advantage on our opponent. Journey on. You can only cast one spell a turn, though. Nano Elf isn't going to do it for you. To be fair, neither is... Yeah, no, I was going to benefit from the game just going long there. Okay, Selesnya Company. So I definitely want Anoint with Affliction for their Enduring Innocence. Torch the tower, just kill as many of their elves as possible. I don't think I need Duress. I think Thoughtseize is enough. Extinction Event's pretty good as well, actually, on odd. Hidetsugu consumes all. By the time you play that and kill all of their elves, it's probably just a little bit too late. Yeah, that seems fine. And 3 cuts. I did go for the throat. Let's get rid of 1. I'll ditch one Fable, actually. I think we'll draw. That's fine. Sounds not great, but it's not bad enough that I think it's worth getting rid of. Okay, now it's quite bad. I don't think it was unreasonable that maybe we might draw something that isn't land. The opponent's a bit short of land. If only if I had any interaction at all, this would be quite good, but unfortunately, I'm just drawing land. Would you like one of mine? Gosh, I wonder what they're going to name. Okay, let's fire off this, ditch the Sulphurous Springs. That will allow us to Fatal Push their Peacekeeper. Put back the cost of our Annex to something a little more reasonable. Right. Well, I mean, that's just quite rude, isn't it? Because I'm just drawn more... You see, this is a land. Well, that's a lot of double white cards. I'll take the Skyclave Apparition. Let's put Mutavault down. Say go. While they remain short of land, this is not the worst thing. But I've drawn quite a lot of it myself. That's a white land. Ta-ta-dum, ta-dum. Yeah. Okay, let's fire off the Ritual Chamber. Say go. And at no point am I tapping this demon while they have 4 mana up. Okay, well, let's force the issue. Make them play the Emperor. Okay. Fine by me. Unlock the Annex. Play Blade of the Oni. Now I think I'm okay to attack for 6. Draw a card. Torch the tower's pretty good. It's going to be 1 dead injury. Well, I didn't have time. Okay, good. So we only had a little sneaky peek of what the Speed Demon could do there. Sadly, in the test games, it did a lot better. But you know, the one time we did play it, it did replace itself straight away, even though it died. So can never complain too much about a card that does that. Let's open some packs. Let's see what action we've picked up. Dinosaur. Mascot. Mascot feels like it should be good. I don't know. A lot of the cards in this deck. Oh, it's green. It's a green bonanza of green rares. So yeah, that was Rakdos Demons. Powerful as ever. Shame about the mirror match, but we did get. It was a little bit silly with all of those missed land drops in game 3. Speed Demon, again, yeah, didn't see a huge amount from it this particular video, but I think it's got potential. Probably this deck has probably got enough going on that it doesn't need it. Maybe somewhere else it might be a bit better. A deck where it's kind of relying on its card draw a little bit more. The Annex is kind of doing that work for you. But yeah, that was pretty good. Unsurprisingly, Rakdos Demons doing well, but always good to try out new cards in it, see what could work. So yeah, here's the deck list one more time. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe. Almost forgot that bit. And I'll see you next time.